Okay, so I'm gonna straight up ambush Matt Smith. Matt is our director for Sheepdog Response, and like one of the most knowledgeable humans in all things. He's also one of the most prepared people I know. So my ambush, he's standing right there, and I want him to go grab his car. Right now, no preparation, no anything. We're gonna both pull our cars up and we're gonna look at what's inside of our car. We have families, we have daughters, we have, you know, wonderful wives, and like they drive our cars. But whether it's surviving here in a suburb or driving cross country, what are the things that we have in our car right now to make sure we and our family is safe? So we're gonna both pull our cars around and we're just gonna pull some seats up and we're gonna take some peeks as to what we got in there. That's it. That's it. What do we got on us right now? Okay, when I say this is impromptu, this is like spontaneous, this is really just honest. Just like the cold bore shot, no warm up.
That's right.
That's
what really matters.
It does. Stepping up to the range for the first time, no warm up, no dry fire. What is just your cold draw time? So we'll pop into my truck, we'll pop into Matt's truck, and we're gonna look at like what are some similarities that he has. Matt's background, 25 years as special operations sergeant major, command sergeant major, infill expert, survival expert, director at Sheepdog Response, 18 Delta, which is the Special Forces medic on special missions units in a variety of capacities. So amazing, knowledgeable, expert in every single imaginable way. Also, we are now moving into some overland stuff.
That's right.
I just got a Land Cruiser that I'm gonna be driving to in a few minutes, and I'm learning the ways.
Yep.
Matt is far ahead of me in that regard. So we have his FJ right here, which is freaking cool.
Yeah.
Looks good.
I get a lot of offers for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna pull up my seat and look in the center console, see what I have in the front, and then that's it. So here we go. I mean, we could just do a video on this, Matt.
Yeah, Road Atlas. Bring it back, baby.
Yeah, this, if you don't have one of these, I get it, iPhones are awesome. Matter of fact, we were going down to Three Eagles Ranch, and I drove into an area. They had dropped a pin incorrectly. That pin took me to a different road that was on the backside of the ranch that didn't have access. There was no cell service, and like that could have, like, I'm in the middle of nowhere. You know, I'm 2 hours from San Antonio. It could have been an absolute mess. This, you can go to a big, huge, gigantic map, and from this map, you can go into any state and then major metropolitan area and figure out how to get in and around that. So super useful. I have a big, huge medical blowout bag. I have a warm blanket and a little sheet for the kids. I have the shopping bags because Austin doesn't let you have, I'm sure there's a survival use for that as well. Paper towels, big, huge umbrella. I have toe straps. I have ratchet straps. I have a fire extinguisher. I have jumper cables. Over here, I have a big, huge tool kit. And I have the tire change tool kit right there. I have a kid's Sleeping Beauty Princess book.
That's essential.
Yep. And then in this survival bag right here, water purifier right on the top, fix-it 550 cord, tire pressure, VS17 panel, solar panels, emergency blankets, multi-tools, cool Sheepdog Response stuff. A couple of flashlights, a headlamp, another medical and survival. Oh, this is just like a complete survival kit. So this has fishing line in it. It has extra tourniquets. So far between this, what's up there, and here, I think I have 10 tourniquets in this car.
Nice. And you think that's enough? Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll get all this organized here in a second. We move towards the front. I have, I'm still learning the ways of this thing, the unplugged phone, which I have right there. Little physical compass. Oh, extra rats. A badge, a knife, another headlamp, bunch of sunglasses up front. And then in here, the card holder that has like all of the replacement things that I get from coffee and car washes, Live Relentless protein, flashlight, another flashlight, a bunch of lighters, wheel lugs, spoon, baby wipes with sunblock, extra holster, some cold weather stuff, some dental floss, some body wash. Yeah, man, like, I think that's all the big stuff. Of course, because this is a YouTube video, not gonna go into it, I have a bag with a pretty, we just actually did do a video on it. A pretty handy truck backpack superpower. I'm not gonna even say the word. Hello, YouTube. Of course, I have the EDC that has, in my EDC extra magazine, the EDC of choice, a holster, and another tourniquet in that bag, and then all of my keys. So, all right, that is more or less my truck. I think work gloves, bug spray, a suppressor glove, oh, another tourniquet, and another solar battery pack. All right, that's it. I want to see yours.
That's some good stuff.
Are we good?
Yeah. I think you'll be all right.
Okay, you're kind of judgy. I saw some judgy eyes a couple of times. I did see a smile when you saw over 10 tourniquets.
Yeah, that's close to enough, yeah.
Yeah, that was the only legitimate smile I think I got from you.
The suppressor glove that did it.
Yeah. All right, let's see Matt's truck.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that, there's a spectrum, right? I got my wife's minivan. There's different stuff in there, but here's what we drive every single day.
That's true. I did drive this in here today. This is what I got. He did catch me off guard in the middle of, we're teaching a trauma course, but I never miss a chance to show off the goods, but what you're getting is what you're really getting in my truck. So I got my ready to go flashlight and tourniquet here. I like this rubber band configuration. Just a rubber band around this MOLLE panel that I put on. That way when I want that thing, it's always where I want, it's always there and I can predict it. But I can snatch that thing off and use it. I got some other stuff in the middle like him. I got my close quarters a knife and then some other range gear there. Same as him, I got a bag with, you can guess the contents of this. My boys over at Victos sent it to us. And yeah, just like Tim's got in his bag, I have in my bag. My bag, that would be referred to as a backpack. Something you would know that we won't mention on YouTube. But on top of that, I always keep that thing packed with all the goods. Same thing, lights, tourniquets, knives. Don't look at that. Tourniquets. Always a set of gloves in there. So I got a set of gloves in there. I actually have, I got a dog, so I got to have a poop bag. But the poop bag works for several reasons. And then I have lock pick sets. So I have lock pick sets and some little miniature survival saws and key breaks and some different things. So most of that stuff goes with me everywhere I go. That's my, like, if I had to run for the hills and needed that stuff, it's available to me. It's still just like him, tons of sunglasses and things.
Lockpick, didn't have that.
Yeah. So
I have it in my office, I have it in my house, I don't have it in my truck.
I got my range bag in the back. That's always ready to go, and that's full of tons of stuff. There's at least one IFAK in there among some other things. So more tourniquets, more IFAKs in there, individual first aid kits. I love this thing. This is just a seat cover. It's a quick removable seat cover. So if I'm sweaty, I can just throw it over, but I can also use it as an emergency blanket and stuff. I love it because rather than get seat covers, I can take it off and wash it, and it's a multiple use thing. That's nice too. It's a sweat barrier in it. So I've had this thing for years, and they're called car shields, and I don't even know if they make them anymore, but I love it because it beats having to put seat covers on and then have to deal with the pain in the ass of washing them. This way, if I got to use it to wipe up anything or do anything, it's always kind of in the back, and it's a throw in case I got to put my dog or whatever in the front seat, and I don't want to mess the joint up. Most of the magic is in the back end here. I got my traction boards, my jack, my high lift jack up front. Of course, he did catch me off guard because that's why I have my bow in here, because I brought my bow in today to do some bow work. So I got my bow case and bow target back here right now. And then the rest is here. Can't advocate enough to have some way to do it. So this is battery backup. This is also, so this is a jumper pack, but I get the big one. It also has air compressor, jumper pack. Also is a light and a charging port. So I can run USB 12 volt and standard plugs off this. My car has a standard plug, so I actually can plug in and run it. It's a 400 watt, 120 volts, so I can run that when it's running. This is an auxiliary pack, so it's kind of like, but nice jumper pack for that. Fire extinguisher, I saw Tim has mine. You should have a fire extinguisher in your vehicle, double check it. So that's my fire extinguisher. Most of the other goods I keep in this Pelican case so I can move it in and out. I like these these big Pelican rugged cases. Just like Tim, I got my big umbrella there. I like these big golf umbrellas because they're big, and if I get stuck on the side of the road or something, I can set up a makeshift tent or get some. So
this is like a big morale
minds
builder.
Think alike.
Yeah, they're especially with little kids.
Yeah, with kids and stuff,
like,
that's for sure. Kids, dogs, and everything. It's not a bad idea to have one of these big golf umbrellas because they get really big and you can literally use them for shelter or a lot of times shade, like out here today, like Tim brings me out in the hot Texas heat. This looks like a hot mess, but I always keep plenty of zip ties. This is a tire plug kit. I wouldn't go anywhere with that. I can't tell you how many times I've had to plug a tire, my own tire or tires here at work where people are like, oh, I'm gonna have to go get this thing fixed. One of our black belts, Jamie, was on the side of the road with a flat. I was like, man, I got that thing plugged in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, he was back on the road. Like, so tire plug kit comes in real handy. I also have winch cables, a lot of ratchet straps and things like that. But tree savers, winch cables, snatch blocks. So if you're gonna do any winch work, you should have big snatch blocks for making, you can do all kinds of pulley systems and really maximize the power of your winch. Also, if you're gonna get jumper cables, I recommend you get these super long ones. These are great for overland because that way you don't have to be super close to somebody. If I'm just within a general proximity, I like to get the really long ones. Lots of bungee cables and stuff. And then like Tim, I have a straight up old school Army survival kit. In here, it's up in different packages. These are warning. This is like a warning flare, so I can launch flares, emergency blankets, a bunch of other stuff, a bunch of water purification stuff. I mean, it's been in here for a while, but I used it. So fishing hooks, fishing line, everything. That's a standard like evasion survival kit from the Army. That's in several different packages. It allowed me to like purify water, do all that stuff. So I got all that stuff in that case, and I just keep it in there. You can see Smith 3.5 survival kit. It's in this old case in here. So that's my go-to. All that stuff's in this case right here, and that's like designed so that if I got to get all out of the way and open up some space back here to put something.
All right, so in light, I realized there might have been some things that were omitted from my truck. This was like my everyday commuter. I just went to Galveston, came back. I've been to the airport back and forth. So another thing that's normally in my truck, which is my truck awesome thing, that wasn't in there because I didn't want to leave it in the parking garage at the airport. So there's a big spectrum of how you can be prepared. But that spectrum and how you have your vehicle set up, I think, should be about like what is commonplace to your life. What is the most dangerous thing that could happen, most likely thing that could happen. You know, like of course you could be driving past a mall and there's an active shooter happening and you can go and save and preserve and protect human life. The thing that's gonna probably happen is you're gonna see an accident. So like, do you have a medical kit? For most of you, like raise your hand. Matt does this all the time in our TTRC, in our protector course. It says raise your hand if you've been in a gunfight. You know, like 1 or 2 hands go up sometimes. Who has seen somebody get horribly hurt or has seen a vehicle accident? And every hand goes up, right? So, you know, if you are in this protector phase, if you have kids, if you have a dog, if you are part of a community and you want to be a contributing member of that tribe or that church or that place of worship, like it's your responsibility to have this stuff because like there's a soft truth. You can never prepare for a crisis. after the
it's
crisis
happened.
has happened.
Doesn't work then, all right? All that work has to be done ahead of time. And like he said, the light really came on to me is like, I got kids, but once my kids got into sports, forget it. Like I was seeing injuries all the time, and that really kind of dialed up the level of stuff that I carried around for splinting and taking care of them in case I ever had to. But if you hunt, if you're into shooting sports, if you're into, and you got kids in sports, like what's your excuse for not having the medical gear? You need to have all that stuff. Plus, once your kids see this and they say, hey, that's the way to go through life, you're setting a standard so that future generations say, hey, I feel naked if I walk out unprepared. And that's why I want my kids thinking, that's the approach I want them to have. So having stuff is great, but also having a practical application for it is right. So make multi-use things. If one thing can serve several purposes, that's solid gold to me, and that's what we're all working towards. Just find things that meet a lot of intentions that I can carry practically, that keep me and my family safe and my friends safe, and that's what I carry around.
Yeah. So are you gonna die on the side of the road? Or are you gonna watch somebody die? Man, I hope not. So better prepare ahead of time. And thank you, Matt, for your expertise as always.
Yeah.
Let's get out of the sun.
Yeah.
Matt, do you got that bow in there?
Yeah, the bow's in here. You want to see the bow? Is that what it is? You want to see it? Let's throw it up here. I'll throw it on Tim's. Hopefully his alarm doesn't go off. Yeah, this is my pride and joy. Yeah, baby. Look at that. That's a Hoyt Alpha X ready to go. A beautiful sight. That's gonna put some meat on the table this season. I promise you. Guys, check out our bro provider course. Come shoot it with me.